because this is a really good giveaway. So I started a giveaway that everybody can join, and I started it, when did I start it? Did I start it yesterday? No, I started it on Friday, right? God, I'm losing track of time. Yeah, I started it on Friday, and I basically got this going to celebrate the return of the Premier League. So I'm giving away a limited card of Jordan Bayer. This one here. This is the card I'm giving away that's roughly worth about £15. And everybody, and I mean literally everybody and anybody, can take part in this giveaway. All you need to do is follow me on my Twitter page. You also need to follow me here, just as TimB05 done just then. So thank you for the follow, TimB. You need to make sure that you're following me here on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, then just retweet and like that tweet that is actually pinned to my profile, and then you have a chance to win this Jordan Bayer limited card. And he's an absolute baller. He's so good. Even though he's playing for Burnley, who are the newly promoted team in the Premier League, he's just banged out a 66 score in a 3-0 defeat to the best team in Europe, basically. He's going to do so well for anyone who basically wins him this season. And he's also an under-23 player, so you can use him in the under-23 leagues as well in Sorare. If you don't have an account with Sorare, but you like the sound of winning this card, then I've left a link in the tweet for you as well. So you can also use that link. That will again give you a free card when you sign up to Sorare using that link, and then you collect 5. If you already have an account, that's fine. Just make sure that you do all of that, and then you have a chance to win this card. And I'll be drawing the winner of this card live on the stream on Tuesday. So when we go live at 12, that's the first thing we're going to do on Tuesday. We're going to basically draw the winner of this Jordan Bayer card. So yeah, Jordan is a banger, isn't he, Boji-sama? It's actually nuts, because this is a card that I technically would like to have myself, but I've just decided to buy him and give him away, because I thought it'd be a really good card to celebrate the return of the Premier League. So guys, don't forget, you can find this giveaway on my Twitter profile. If you don't know my Twitter, then the simple handle is just at FreeTipScout. The link is also there though in the chat, so you guys can find my Twitter. And yeah, as I say, the tweet that you need to... Is it a tweet now? It's not really called a tweet, is it? Because it's not even Twitter, even though it's twitter.com. They're changing the names to posts, so technically this is my pinned post because of this whole X rebranding. So yeah, my pinned post to my profile is this one here, and this is the one that you need to enter to win that Jordan Bayer. So good luck to everyone who's entered it so far. I'm looking forward to drawing the winner on Tuesday, because I think this will be a really cool card for you guys to... I think if you have Neymar on Sorare, then you probably need to be thinking about whether you want to keep him or not, because if he does go to Al Hilal, then you'll have a really good player that you just can't use for the rest of the season. And this might be the chance to get your money out of that player before his price... Is his price going down? I'm sure his price is going down already, isn't it? Have a little look. Let's have a little gander. So he's currently £65 in his limited, and he's £800 in his rare. Yeah, look, his rare's dropping at the moment. So his rare is now 800. A couple of days ago it was, what, 1,000? And then a few days before that it was 1,600. That's in the rare. In the limited, you can already see the drop is happening quite quick. So if you do have Neymar and you can't afford to sit on a player for a month, not a month, for a season, if he ends up going to Saudi Arabia, then you need to start thinking about exiting out of the card and just cutting your losses, basically. Or if you can make a profit from selling at around, what, £60, then maybe consider doing that. There's no guarantee he is going, but just keep in mind that if he does go, and this all gets confirmed, then you're going to have your card is going to reduce in value even more, and you're going to have a card you can't use for the rest of the season. Neymar in Al Hilal is a waste of a good player, to be honest. It really is. Yeah, it's terrible. The only kind of thing is that you would still be able to use him potentially in the Asian Champions League, right? But it probably doesn't justify still like having like all that money tied up in that player, unless you're playing the long game, because then probably what will happen is that next season then Sorare will probably just decide to cover the Saudi Arabian League, most likely. Cap 270. Look at this one here for our Cap 270. Our Cap 270, this is like a bit of a throwaway team. So we put this together knowing that Yildirim is a backup goalkeeper, right? So we were just trying to, again, farm Sorare coins, and I ended up captaining Harris, who ends up getting a perfect score of 100, which means that we have a really great score that's probably going to be a bit wasted in this team. And it also kind of means that, well, look, if we didn't play Harris here, we were going to play Harris in cap 220. So we would have played Harris here instead of Peter. So that would have definitely been wasted then. So it's actually kind of worked out by not playing Harris in here, but maybe playing Harris here, because technically we have a chance where we could maybe scrape a card. But even if we don't scrape a card reward, we've got off to such a good start here that we should be able to get maybe 200. Let's have a little look in the cap 270. This one here. How many Sorare coins can we potentially get? Probably 200, right? Yeah, look. So you'd expect our team to get 250 points now, which would then give us 200 Sorare coins, because Joel Newell, Paul Hanlon should, I think, start and play. And then Christos Albanese is kind of like is a sub player, so he's just going to help us get over the line, hopefully. Yeah. I mean, if we end up getting a card reward from this would be amazing, even a tier 5. But what a great score from this guy. And Harris, by the way, some of you might remember, I bought Harris, look. I bought Harris for 60p. And this is what I love about playing the Sorare football side, is that you can find these absolute ballers, these incredible players that can hit you perfect scores of 100, and you can pick them up for 60p. You can't, I tried it. I couldn't really find this type of player when I was playing basketball, or when I was kind of like playing baseball on Sorare for a little bit, right? On football, there are so many of these opportunities to find like somebody that can heavy hit for you, and you really don't need to spend a lot on them. He's now £1.83, £2.48 on the market. I won't be saying this guy ever, I don't think, unless like his price gets crazy, because like I've got a 60p player, right, who can just do that. And even when he doesn't do that, he can do 78, can do 60s. He's actually got really good levels of scoring to him, like that. He's got good decisives, his AA is pretty healthy, and this was a 60p player. Really good. So we're hoping that the rest of these boys now can do something to get us over the line for 250. If we ended up getting around 300 points or more, then we would potentially get into the card winning territory, but it's not really what we're aiming for here. So we will take 250 points, and then that will give us 200 Sorare coins. So what we're thinking here, let's just run through it, right? We have to play Marco Malenica here no matter what. Fingers crossed the others will deliver all today. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, man. Like, that's the thing for me, is that because I've kind of like transitioned more out of the limited into the rare, the main goal for me every week now is to just try and hit threshold in the rare, because that's just way more valuable, isn't it, than like winning a card award in a limited most of the time. Right. So let's try and do this, guys, and then we can do some scouting. Paul Hanlon, Marvin Martins, Jose Estrada. I don't think Jose Estrada, because Jose Estrada, when he plays away from home, is not very good at all, and his last score was 29, which is really bad. Marvin Martins probably, but Marvin Martins has an L15 of 47, which means that it's lower than Paul Hanlon, so we probably need to play him in cap 220. So then it is actually Hanlon. And then Joel Newell has an L15 of 53. Now Mijo Cactus has an L15 of 50, which means that if we play him here, we get that stack potential. But I don't think this is a good fixture to be stacking with anyway. And again, we're going to need someone with a lower L15 to play in cap 220. So Joel Newell has to come in here. Then we need Valera for cap 220, which means Martin Boyle has to play here. So then we literally have 40 here, exactly 40. But we need to go out, we need to buy somebody just to help us to try and hit the threshold. So that team is pretty much done. And we're going to do some scouting in a minute to try and find that 40 costing player. And then our Cap 220 would then be Marvin Martins here. Then it would be Mijo Cactus here. Then Valera here. And then we have 34 to spend here. So we basically need to find 2 players right now. One with an L15 of no more than 34. And then another one with an L15 of no more than 40. Let's do the 40 player first. Because I think finding 34 is going to require a bit more effort. Whereas finding somebody who's got an L15 of 40, probably going to be the one. Right, so the reason I'm looking at Ura is because there's a player for Ura that has come back from injury that they haven't been playing at all. But they used to play him quite a lot, and it's this guy here. Takuya Iwanami. I think we buy this one. So we've just bought Takuya Iwanami. And it's the new card as well. The new season card. Well, I said a new card. The latest season card. He's actually a player that I like in general. I don't think that we will use him in the midweek. But he's an option to have because he's only just returned from injury. Let's see here. He's been on the subs bench a lot. But they've been going through a bit of a bad run, Ura Red Diamonds. They lost 2-1 today. Then they drew against Yokohama. Then they lost 2-0. Then they drew again. And I wouldn't mind picking him up. And I did for £1 because I think that's pretty cheap. And this is a player that if he does get a start or a look in, he actually has the potential to do something like that. So I think that he is... I think he's a good option to pick up, just cheap anyway. And just to sit on. And that's kind of why we've just done it. Unless we play Valera here and then we just find... We're still going to need to find... Well... We would then need to find someone who's got 35. Maybe that's what we do instead. So then Valera stays in here. And then we just need to find someone who has... Well, it doesn't even need to be 35, right? That might be the way, because if we got someone with a cost of 40 here, we could then find someone with 33. Okay, so that changes things a little bit. This is why this scouting can take so long, right? Because there's so many different combinations you can do, which we're going to do right now. So if we now assume that we would play Valera in there instead, rather than Cap 220, we then need to find a forward with an L15 of probably less than 43. Yeah, so this guy here, this bot, Offer Trade Bot. I would recommend you guys check him out because the business that I just done with him was really amicable and really quick and easy. So yeah, we're going to keep an eye on him. Offer Trade Bot. In fact, we'll also follow him as well. Let's give him a follow. Okay, we picked him up. Great. Yeah. So good suggestion that, guys, to send Rav an offer based on the floor price of the card. Because it was accepted. So we now have Juan Romagnoli, who we can now add in. It's taken a while. So I did label this, I did title the stream as Scout Until You Pass Out, and it does kind of feel like that. We've done a hell of a lot of scouting and just working out who we're going to buy, and we've finally done it. This is probably about as good as what we can do for the 220 this week in the midweek. So let's just make a note of that. Yeah, that offer was a joke, wasn't it? Complete joke. And then this is our Cap 240 team at the moment as well. I'm pretty happy with those teams now. We've got 2 teams that we can run in the midweek. The midweek is always a nice to have rather than a must-have team for me. So the fact that we've now got 2, we'll give it a go. If we don't win anything in the midweek, it's honestly not an issue. Game. I'm going to show you all of my predictions for this week. because I don't think we're doing that great in the Prem, to be honest with you. Yeah, we're not. We're having a shocker in the Prem. We're doing much better in the Spanish league, so the La Liga, we're 233rd. You need to finish in the top 50% of a league in order to win money. So as it stands right now, we're not going to win anything in the Premier League, which is going to be really disappointing. Let's go into it. You can see the predictions that we made here. We went for 4-0 over Burnley. Well, we thought it was going to be 3-0, but there was a higher upside to try and go for 4. So we don't get the full correct score for that one, but we still get some points. We've been picking up a lot of points, actually. There's 2 games we got nothing from them. We went 2-1 for Everton against Fulham, and then we went 3-2 for West Ham against Bournemouth. And in here, you can see, because it was under 2.5 goals, we went over 2.5, so we get nothing. Here, we went for over 2.5, and the away team to win, it was a draw and under 2.5, so we get nothing there as well. A little bit unlucky with this one. We originally had this at, like, I think it was 3-0. Then we went for 2-1. Maybe we should have been a bit braver with Brighton, battering Luton, but we didn't do it. This one here, we went for Tottenham to win 2-1. So we're going to get some points from that, because at the moment, there's been 4 goals scored, which means we get points for over 2.5. And then for Chelsea versus Liverpool, we've done 2-2. We've done 2-2. Oh dear, I'm out. We've done 2-2 here because in Pooky you have to think of different ways how you can score points, right? So, like, I think this could be a draw, but I don't think it could be a 2-2 draw. I think it could be a 1-1 draw. I also think that if it's not a draw, it could be 2-1 to either team, could be 3-2. So we want to try and keep the door open for as many ways to score points as possible. And so that's why we've done 2-2 there. And then our last game, which is Man United against Wolves, we've done 3-0. I don't think we changed this here. We could change it if we wanted to, because you can change the predictions for on Pooky right up until the game actually starts. So we have another 40 minutes where we could change this, but I just don't think we need to. I think looking at the teams here, it hasn't changed my opinion of like how this could be a high scoring game. It could also be a low scoring game. It could be one or the other. Difficult game to call because the starting percentage is so low, but then we need to make another 2.5 Brazilian ball. This one over here, this is our over 2.5 ball that actually is Brazilian too. But what we've seen is that when we've been using this ball to predict in the Brazilian league, we've been missing out on so many points because we don't have the under 2.5 boosted enough. Yeah, so we do need to make this an under 2.5 ball. And then this will remain as the over 2.5 for away. And then this one here can then potentially be draw and over 2.5. In fact, it needs to be drawn over 2.5. Yeah, perfect. All right, we've got a plan. So let's level this up then for draw and under 2.5. Let's take the draw to 20. And then let's take the under 2.5 there for now. And then we're going to have to keep using that to get the under 2.5 way up. Or we would just take the under 2.5 to 15. Maybe that's what we need to do actually. So that we know for sure this is our under 2.5 ball. Confirm that. Great. Right, that ball's leveled up. We've also got an extra point of energy now. We've gone from 192 to 193. We need to level this ball up. And this is going to level this ball up from from 0 to 5. And then its prestige is going to grow from 4 to 4.25 as well. Yes, this one here, if we do this one now. Hold on a minute. Let's do that one last because this is our Japanese ball. And this is the German ball. And I think with the German league coming back this week, we need to definitely make sure we can level this one up. Level this one up all the way to, oh, how much can we do? We can only do this to 2 levels anyway. Okay, we can only level it up to 2. So 0 to 2, okay. It's going to cost us 9.96 POC to do. Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. And so then we just have 2 points basically then to spend. Yeah, Martin Boyle's been subbed on. I just saw that myself actually. Just got the notification that popped up. I kind of, to be fair, I would have preferred it if he hadn't come on, so that he was then rested and he was like fully fit for the midweek game. But he also needs to be just like any minutes, right? He just needs minutes under his belt. So it's probably a good thing actually. He's missed so much football over the last 18 months that he needs it. All right, so this German ball is going to be our draw. No. Yeah, it's going to be our draw ball, but also over 2.5 ball. Draw and over 2.5, like that. Cool. Confirm. And then the next ball that we need to do here is this one. So then if we level this one up, this has to be our away and over 2.5. And we can take this ball up to what? We can take this ball up 3 levels. It does help bring his L15 down. Yeah, that's the positive, isn't it? You're absolutely right. And his L15's been a little bit too high. As we kind of saw, he's in my 240, but he has like, I think, an L15 of like 200 and, well, not 200. He has an L15 of like 58, is it? There you go, look, 58. So this will make him a bit more viable after this weekend for him to be used in 220. A little bit more viable. Because it will significantly reduce his L15. What's the score in that game? What is the score in the Hibs game? This is also going to cost us 15 POC to level up to 3. Let's do it. It's still 0-0, is it? Okay. How many minutes are left? Because they kicked off at what? At 3, didn't they? So it must be like 60 minutes or so now. Hey, I'm back, FTS. Welcome back, Ploots, man. Where did you go? I don't even remember seeing you go. I thought you were still here, man. It's good to have you back anyway. Just at the moment, we're just trying to level up our new Pooky balls here to give us an extra boost, I think, for the game week. This one we said was going to be away. Let's take this away all the way to 20 like that. There we go. This is going to be our away and over 2.5, but we need to massively boost the away. It's a bit better. Yeah, then it's the Brazilian League, isn't it? Rather than the Prem. So we're actually not going to do the Prem this weekend. Yeah, because it's not a good use of our energy. Okay, I really need to make a note of that. So yeah, we're doing the Spanish League to complete it. Then we're going to go and spend 60 in the USA League. That gives us 80. Then we're going to spend that remaining 80 predicting in the Brazilian League. Okay, there's already one game that's happened. Oh, hold on. Oh, did we do that? There's already, look. No, we don't. We don't do it. That's silly because all these games are happening today. Yeah, that's silly. That doesn't make sense, actually. Yeah, so I'm glad we just spotted that. So then it would probably be the German League. We could do the Prem, but it means that we would only be able to predict 8 out of the 10 games, whereas with the German League, or the Italian... Oh, the Italian League's got 10. Yeah, Italian League's got 10. French League has 9, though. And the Japanese League has 9 too. But I don't think we want to go it. Well, we could go into that because we have a Japanese ball, but I think the German ball's going to be better. The German ball as well, it has Mainz. Who have Mainz got? Mainz have Union Berlin. Okay. So then we predict this. Yeah, cool. So thank you so much, guys, for all the support, all the love. We'll catch you again tomorrow. And I'll also put the highlights from today's stream up on the channel, both the Twitch channel and the YouTube channel later on tonight too. So thanks so much, guys, for all your support, and I'll catch you in Salah's stream in a minute, and then of course here tomorrow.